Uh-oh. It says we're live on a Sunday. Do you know where your kids are? That used to be people would say.
We should cut the lights on.
I don't know. Which lights?
Let's cut the lights. We are one day going to get this down. Also, it's laggy again. I hope it fixes itself. I hope it fixes itself.
What about that? Better?
Yeah. It's a bit better.
Woo! Back. And now I'm back. Have you tested on your phone? What does it sound like?
Oh, I have not. I've not tested the sound.
Test the sound.
Sounds
we
good.
Sound beautiful.
We sound good. We sound good. What's going on, yo? Welcome to Geek Pulse's live hangout on a Sunday.
Hey, kids!
I can't sound like Kevin Smith. I look
Try
like
it.
Kevin Smith. Hey, kids! I can't do it.
It's pretty good, Kevin, if you're out there. How was it?
How was it? How was my impersonation of you?
Shout out to Brian, too. Brian's the ultimate judge.
He is the ultimate judge.
And he is the reason that Clerks 3.
Clerks
Clerks 3 so much.
Yes, Brian,
you were great, bud. So great.
Needs an Oscar nomination for his role as Dante in Clerks 3. I said it here.
Academy. Hold on, let me call him. Yes. Is this Oscar from the Oscars?
Oscar from the Oscars. That's
Mr. Oscar. Hey, you need to have our good buddy Brian O'Halloran. Yep. Best everything? Sure. Including best smile. Nailed it. Got it.
All right, y'all. Welcome to our Clerks Hangout. This is where we are going to be talking about all things Kevin Smith and Clerks.
Everything Kevin
Smith.
Movies. Not just all of it.
All of it.
TV shows.
The one TV show.
Hey.
No, actually, no. Kevin's done more than one TV show.
He sure has.
He had, what is it? Weed? Hollywood Weed or something like that?
I watched that, but he also has his hands in Degrassi.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Ooh, let's not spoil our load right off the bat.
Let's not.
But yeah, we're going to be talking about stuff that he's also just been in. Maybe he didn't, write it or produce it. We could talk about, a bunch of DC comics too.
We could. Let's start with our favorite movies of Kevin Smith.
Ooh, right off the bat.
Right
away.
My gosh.
Right
away.
Right off the jump. We're talking about that. Oh my God.
All right. I'm going to go. I'll start with my favorite movie of his is hands down, probably Dogma. Or Red State.
Ooh. All right, you got to pick between the two now.
All right, here's my top five. If I had a 5-box set of Kevin Smith movies, it would be Dogma, Red State, Clerks 2, Clerks 3, and probably Jersey Girl. I'm sorry there.
Who's that last one? Charleston Girl?
No, the last one is Mallrats.
Ooh. He loves just no. You can it's time. Nope, you don't need it. No,
it's time. It's time.
You need to keep your secret about Jersey Girl till later in the stream. When there's people that can ridicule you. When we have people that are watching that can be like, nope, you're an idiot. That's when we want to go.
Y'all know it.
Until
Jersey Girl.
Until Ben himself jumps in and defends it. So
Jersey Girl's a good movie. Y'all hate it because it's not a Kevin Smith movie.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of things. We're going to talk about that and more. So let's see. I'm just going to do a top 2 for me.
Top 2, okay.
Just top 2. Because he's only got 10 films. So doing top 5 is kind of cheating. Top 2. Mallrats. Tusk.
Mallrats is your favorite Kevin Smith movie?
Oh, by far.
That's interesting.
I fucking love them all, and I love comic books.
Sure.
Tusk
is up there. I will defend Tusk
all day long. And Tusk talks to my horror heart. So if I'm thinking about Kevin Smith, I'm going to be talking about Tusk, and I'm going to be talking about Mallrats. I need Mallrats too. So bad.
That needs to happen. And I guess, is it Universal that he's waiting on?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Universal. Hold on, let me call him again.
Yeah, get off your asses and get it going.
Yes. Universal Studios, Hollywood. Yeah, this is Noah. I need you to make Kevin Smith's Mallrat too.
Yeah, we need to make
also need free passes to Nintendo Land. Stat.
Jesus.
Okay, thanks.
Worst Kevin Smith movies.
Jersey Girl.
No, just Yoga Hosers. That's it.
Yoga Hosers is probably the worst one. Hey, I'm sorry, Harley Quinn, but I'm sorry, Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily Rose Depp.
It's not. It's
good.
it's not. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's so much the acting in that makes it terrible. It's just the writing. Like it's a really bad story.
It's a bad story. It's like, all right. So I love you, Kevin. And I love that you just like get super loose on your podcast, smoke a bunch of weed, but not every idea is worth turning into a story.
Well, didn't we get Tuss from his smoking?
We did, but then that's pure. Then it gets diluted,
That's
right?
true.
Then it gets diluted. All right. So, and then you don't want to be delusional in your delusion. So come on.
Very true.
But we posed a question to you, whether you're watching with us live right now or a little bit later. Let us know what because I don't care what ours are. What is your favorite Kevin Smith films? Let us know in the comments below, you beautiful people.
All right. Yeah.
So, but like, why though? Why are those two movies your favorite? What separates?
Why is Red State and Dogma my favorite?
Yeah, go in on it.
Okay, so Dogma is probably my favorite, solely based on the fucking story. It's so wild. I love it. The actors, I mean, it was, oh my God, Alan Rickman. Oh my goodness. Chris Rock. You got Ben and Matt. And it's really, Ben and Matt had been around for a little while before Dogma came out, but we hadn't really seen, especially Matt, act like that in a movie. You know what I mean?
Okay. Fair enough.
They just got to like be kind of free and loose, and they just had a lot of fun with those roles.
A loose Matt Damon.
Red State
sexy man
is so damn good for a horror. I'm a horror fanatic. I'm a Kevin Smith fanatic. The two just mix well together. And it was one of those movies that just came out of nowhere, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a Kevin Smith horror. All right, let's do it.
Mixes like wine.
It does. I was like, holy shit, what did I just watch? Especially that ending. Plus, I mean, John Goodman. Oh.
So when we're back on the set of Righteous Gemstones season 4, we should ask John Goodman about Red State. We should ask him.
We should.
Johnny boy. Hey, we're pretty much buds right now. Let's talk about Red State.
When the few times I've talked to John and hung out, I've never asked him about his career or projects.
We probably don't want to talk about it.
He probably doesn't. We talked about food and losing weight.
So some of the absolutely
our conversations.
I talked to him about vaping. And like, what is he vaping in there? He told me. I can't tell you. So that's the thing with uber celebrities. They've been asked every single question you could ever ask about their films, and they're probably tired of talking about it. So when you meet a celebrity out on the street, you guys, whether if it's New York City or Charleston or Hollywood or Tupelo, that's the real big hot cities to meet celebrities. Just ask them more personal questions. Hey, Johnny Depp, I didn't mean to ask you, what toilet paper brand do you use? Are you a 2-ply guy? My guy, Johnny Depp, are you a 2-ply guy? Ask them personal questions. That's what they want to ask.
That's what they want to know. That's what they want to know.
It's like, hey, about what temperature, like in Fahrenheit, does it take to get your nipples hard?
Yeah, that's
what they want to know. It's like, hey, you ever get mail? And then the handcuffs come on. No, but don't ask them about their movies. You can if you want to, but ask some personal questions.
I'm gonna be honest. If I ever got to work with or talk with Ben Affleck, I would instantly start the conversation with, Ben, you were awesome in Phantoms.
Oh yeah, he was the bomb, yo.
He was the bomb in Phantoms.
He was the bomb in Phantoms.
Such a dumb movie.
It's great. It's great.
I haven't watched that. I watched rewatch.
No, you didn't rewatch Phantoms.
But so we just went over our favorite and our disfavorite.
And there's a couple disfavorites. He's not even had any of the sweet IPAs we're drinking. And then there's some that sort of fall in between, right? There's so many great films you could talk about. I think my top, if I had to pick a 3, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I love everything about that. It was just so ambitious. Mark Hamill at the end, all of it.
Oh,
fucking what's her name from American Pie? Titty girl. What's her name?
Oh,
American
Shannon
Pie.
Elizabeth.
Shannon Elizabeth.
Yeah, that movie. Yeah, it's
he's a click commander.
Yeah, that was Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back was the culmination of his 3 films, basically, where the studio was like, okay, this guy can make us money, so here you go. We're going to give you all the money that you want to make a movie, and we ended up getting this masterpiece.
So Kevin is so good at the Silent Bob role that I was thinking the other day, wouldn't it be awesome if we got Weekend at Bernie's 3 and he plays Bernie, or Weekend at Bernie's remake and he is the Bernie type character?
That would be that'd be fun.
Yeah, I think. First of all, I just want to see Weekend at Bernie's.
I was going to say, how has that not actually been remade?
Shut up! Hey, everything we say on this stream is verbal copyright. Verbal copyright.
That just hit me.
These are my notions. Verbal copyright. We own the copyright to the remake of Weekend at Bernie's. You can't make it.
That's very interesting. Out of all the remakes, that's a movie you would think would.
And I'll tell you, we talked about guilty pleasures last time on the stream. But Weekend at Bernie's 2 is far superior than Weekend at Bernie's.
Well, yeah, for sure.
I love Weekend at Bernie's 2. So now we need Weekend at Bernie's 3.
We do.
Or a remake.
With the original actors.
Ooh.
Even though I think
Bernie's dead.
Yeah, the real Bernie is dead.
Oh, dig him up!
Dig him. Well, how meta is that?
Dig him up. What's he doing?
It's just a fucking skeleton.
It's a skeleton.
Oh,
these props are real.
These are real bones.
These are real bones. Bones and all, baby. Bones and all.
That was a good movie.
It was good.
That was a good movie.
I only recently saw it.
Okay, so what's your favorite Kevin Smith? What's your favorite movie he's in? Because he also acts in other people's movies.
That's a tough one. Shit. Whatever fucking Die Hard movie he was in.
He was in Die Hard 4. He is really good in that
Die
movie.
Hard 4. He is
My favorite Kevin Smith acting performance of all time in a non-Kevin Smith movie is probably Catch and Release.
Okay.
He's really good in that movie.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Which is, I can't remember if Ben and Jen had broken up by then.
Probably.
He acts in that movie with Jennifer Gardner, so I couldn't remember. Anyway, no, that's my favorite Kevin Smith performance. Next would be Die Hard 4. He's so good.
The best thing about it.
Hey, what's up?
What is up, Creed? Welcome.
He's so good sitting in that chair.
What's your favorite Kevin Smith film? Let us know in the comments.
Also, if y'all are watching, we are doing a giveaway. We're giving away Clerks 3 digital copy. All you have to do is, there you go. All you have to do is comment, and we'll randomly pick you at the end of the stream.
Clerks. I'm going to talk about Clerks, how it is my favorite, but I wanted to get deeper inside of the stream. I want to be inside of y'all, your minds, your hearts, before I talk about how pivotal Clerks is and why I love the film so much. Come on. Everyone's favorite Kevin Smith film is Clerks. Has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be.
So we're talking about right now our favorite Kevin Smith performance in a movie that's not his. Noah's is Die Hard 4. Mine is Catch and Release. But let's talk about Die Hard 4. Clerks is a comedy. It really
Absolutely.
is. Let's talk about Die Hard 4. Easiest fucking paycheck Kevin Smith's ever gotten. He literally sits in a chair in front of a computer and has a couple lines.
It's a pretty sweet job. It's a pretty sweet. Yes, Tusk is my second favorite Kevin Smith film.
Yes, Tusk is amazing.
He's going to make Tusk 2.
He is. If you got to go, and it wasn't just ours. I've watched other people's.
He talks about it all the time.
He talks about all his movies, and Tusk 2 is one coming out. We could talk about the reboot and the convenience tours too. We
were lucky enough to attend one of the road shows here in Charleston, South Carolina. And he talked about a lot of great things during that.
He did. He went on about all the movies he's working on, which is basically just sequels to every movie he's already made.
Well, Kevin Smith can make 1,000 sequels.
Did you like Clerks? Oh, I loved it.
Let's talk about that. I loved Clerks 3 because of Brian's performance. And the writing, obviously, but Brian's performance was wonderful. I do love how meta the whole film was with just a remaking of the first Clerks. And really, it ties the whole trilogy in together. It ties everything up in a little bit of a bow. You need to watch it. I just fucking spoiled it if you've not seen it.
Yeah.
No, I have not spoiled it. There's no, I didn't say anything spoilery.
No, it's honestly,
there are spoilers though.
Clerks 3 is it's a perfect way to end this trilogy.
Absolutely perfect.
Literally perfect. It's very meta. The writing is phenomenal. The acting is phenomenal. The acting is like really fucking phenomenal.
The fucking cameos. Holy shit. There's a cameo section right near the middle, and oh my God. And he brought everyone back.
Yes. So every single person that was in the first Clerks, all the customers and are in this movie. They got everyone back, which is wild to think about because a lot of those people weren't actors. They were just people
There's
that
people
Kevin knew or somebody else knew or just off the street. So it was wild that they were able to hunt down everybody. And yeah.
Kevin's mom even made a nice cameo.
She did.
Yeah. That was a nice little touch. Kevin's wife, obviously. Kevin's daughter. Kevin's daughter's boyfriend.
Kevin's daughter's boy. Yes. Yep.
That kid's weird.
And yes, he is.
That guy's a weirdo. But yeah, it's really, really good. Absolutely.
Really
but if you've not seen Clerks 2 in a while, rewatch it before you watch Clerks 3.
Yeah, you definitely need to watch.
Or watch
Clerks
both.
2.
Watch both of them, and then watch Clerks 3. It's good. Hey, you might have a chance because if you win that code, it's Clerks 3.
That's right.
If you watch your movies digitally, I hate watching movies digitally, but that's just me. That's a whole different conversation. We can talk about that and more. But I think that we were talking about Tusk 2 and Mallrats 2 and all these things. What sequel are you most looking forward to? Out of if Kevin Smith can make a sequel like right now, what would you want him to make? He can make just one sequel. What would be the one? Would it be Tusk 2? Would it be Red State 2?
If he can only make one sequel,
only one sequel,
life, I would love. I think probably Chasing Amy.
Ooh, a Chasing Amy sequel.
I'd love to see where all those characters are at.
Where they're at now.
Especially now, like because it's been 25 years or something.
Got to be. That's another forgotten Kevin Smith film. Not forgotten, but no one talks about it.
I'd love to see where that goes. Plus, I just want to see Ben Affleck in more Kevin movies because it's just so adorable.
The two of them go together like whiskey and
cheese,
ice, like whiskey in a glass.
It is kind of weird though. His last two movies, Reboot and Clerks 3, every scene with Ben Affleck has me tearing up. Because they were friends in real life, they went through some shit. They got back together.
Like some rocky relationships.
And Kevin brings all of his life experiences and all his real things into his movies, so we get to see it play out. And
let's talk about this goddess right here,
Rosario Dawson.
So is this the biggest fucking thing you've ever seen? This biggest canvas poster you've ever seen? This man is serious about collecting. Look at this, and look, he kisses that thing all the time.
I don't.
Right there, right on her pouty lips.
Yes, Rosario Dawson was a big, awesome addition to the Askew universe. Her character, Becky, is amazing. She's probably, honestly, the best thing about Clerks 2.
Yes, agreed.
She stole the show in that movie. She's so damn adorable in it. And
I cannot wait to see her in her Ahsoka fucking TV show. So we're gonna go. So one thing leads to another. So Clerks is the overall topic, but we may talk about all kinds of shit here on the live stream. You can't rein us in. You cannot rein us in.
Yeah, her as Ahsoka's gonna be awesome. Plus, have you seen the action figure that he came out with? The 6-inch one. Anyway, it looks amazing. Anyway,
yes, the alternate ending is robot, and that's mentioned. That's touched upon in Clerks 3.
It is touched upon.
It absolutely is touched upon. Yep, he's touching all kind of ponds up on it on Clerks 3.
Exactly. Absolutely. And Clerks 3, like Clerks 2, has amazing music. If you're
so good, especially I cannot believe he got the song to start.
Is it the Degrassi theme song? No, the one that started. Oh, it's the I'm
not gonna spoil it.
I can't remember the song now.
All right. Kevin Smith comes into town. He rolls in. He's like, "Hey man, you can ask me one question. What would it be?" You too.
So
you can ask me one question.
I got to go to I went to convenience. So I got to go to the Reboot
that you've not already asked him.
I was gonna say I've actually had that opportunity, and I didn't ask him a question. I blew my load. So instead of asking him a question like everybody else, I went up to the mic and I actually thanked him for giving me my career because I wouldn't be a director, writer, any of this shit without Kevin because his movie Clerks, and it wasn't just Clerks, it was Steven Spielberg too. E.T. and Clerks are what got me into film. So yeah, I didn't ask him a question. So if I could ask him a question again, honestly, it probably I didn't know then. I think that's why I just thanked him. I'd probably ask him why he has a Thor action figure in the console of his car.
We did look inside of his car.
We did.
We're like, that's Kevin's car.
We did, Kevin.
I looked inside of his car. I knew that was his car.
We parked next to Kevin's car, and
we parked right up front.
He did, and he does have a Thor action figure.
He had a sweet vinyl too. Some like a sweet vinyl record. It's like some like old school R&B or something, like some jazz or something. Oh, Jurassic Park inspired you? Absolutely. What a great film. Yeah. One of the greatest times in a movie theater for me was seeing Jurassic Park. You have great taste.
I think
great taste.
Steven Spielberg inspired most of all of us in some way that work in film.
Have you watched The Fabelmans?
I have, and it is so good.
Is it though?
It is. You didn't like it?
I've not seen it yet. Oh. Everyone hates it.
Everyone hates everything. Which is a bummer that, well, I mean, we'll talk about Oscars some other time, but yeah, anyway.
But tell me about Fabelmans real quick. Why was it good?
It's good. The number one thing that's good about Fabelmans, the acting. Michelle Williams is phenomenal in that fucking movie. So is Paul Dano. They're fantastic. It's also, you get to see Kevin. You get to see Steven's like life. You know what I mean? Like come to life. If you ever watch the documentary of Steven Spielberg, that's the closest you get until this. But
how egotistical.
Yeah. Hey, Paul Dano is the best. Seriously, one of the best parts of the Batman movie for sure.
Prisoners is my favorite Paul Dano film. Prisoners.
Is that the one with Hugh Jackman and?
Yep.
Oh, he is in that, isn't he?
Yeah, he is the prisoner.
Yeah, you've seen Prisoner. Yes, we have. Yeah,
I love that movie. That's my favorite Paul Dano role.
That is a good movie.
It's exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. So I know that what's his name from so Evan Peters did a great job as Dahmer. I think that Paul Dano would have made a very good choice to play Jeffrey Dahmer.
He wouldn't have, I don't think he would have got the voice down. See, that's what makes Evan's performance of Dahmer so good. He literally got his voice down.
Well, I meant Paul Dano, There Will Be Blood. He's like an actor's actor. He would have gotten it.
He played the Riddler. Yeah, he did. He was phenomenal.
He did a great job as the Riddler. Oh man, what a great Riddler! Because the only other Riddler you have was like the super campy, Jim Carrey version. And then we need like a Riddler that was actually intense.
Well, there's the TV versions of Riddler.
It's still campy as fuck.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they're campy. They're not sadistic and serial killer like Paul Dano's Riddler was.
So good. Swiss Army.
Yeah. God.
Good. So good. He's a fantastic actor.
He really is.
So that might be a reason for me to actually watch The Fabelmans. But Kevin Smith, if you're out there, put Paul Dano in one of your films. I think he would be perfect in Mallrats 2. He could do it.
He could do it. He could do
something. You know what too? Get Ethan Embry back. But he made a cameo in Clerks 3. That's not a spoiler. He's all jacked, man. Ethan Embry is a fucking tank. He's got muscles the size of this.
There are so many cameos in Clerks 3. It's hard to keep track of them all.
We could say favorite cameo in Clerks 3, but you've not seen the film, so we'll respect that. We don't want to spoil it because some of those cameos are super sweet.
Super spath. Yeah.
Super sweet. And there's a cameo made by a lady who has not been in any of his films before, but she is actually in The Mandalorian, and she makes a joke about Star Wars.
Oh yes.
That might you have to put the pieces together.
What was the show she did in the 90s? Strangers with Candy.
Oh, I love that show. I love that show so much. Strangers with Candy.
What a great time for television.
Amy Sedaris, that's her name.
Yeah. Comedy Central in the 90s was amazing.
Kids in the Hall.
Kids in the Hall.
Kids in the fucking Hall. You don't know about Kids in the Hall, you need to look that up because Kids in the Hall was so good.
And if you don't know Strangers with Candy,
also look that
up and then watch it.
And also Jiminy Glick. If you're a fan of Martin Short, you need to watch him as Jiminy Glick.
I don't know if I know what that is.
As he's in makeup and he's an interviewer, but he's so crazy. It's like Jiminy Glick. He's like, you've not seen Jiminy Glick? It's also fucking so funny. He was talking about old Greg earlier too. So if we're talking about like some really, really deep, psychologically crazy fucking stand-up. Old Greg. And it's so crazy that, what's his name that plays old Greg? What he does now is he's a host on fucking Great British Bake Off.
Oh, he is.
That's what he does.
That's right.
Literally, it's like, hey, I've been in all kinds of stuff. I was old Greg. I drank Baileys from a shoe.
And this is my mangina.
my mangina. Do you love me?
Do you love me?
Do you love me? And now he's like, oh my God, look at those cookies.
I'm old Greg.
I'm old Greg.
Oh,
And if you've not, once you're down that train for old Greg, once you've dipped your toes inside of old Greg, the second thing you need to do is you need to look up some salad fingers. If you're talking about, there was a dark time. There was a dark time in the mid 2000s, early 2000s, where you would stumble upon, internet was young, man. The internet was young. And people are like, what are we going to do with this here internet? We're going to make fucked up shit with it. You ever go to newgrounds.com?
No.
That's where you watch all the crazy shit.
No, when the internet first came out, it was all about 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
That's a little bit later.
A little bit.
A little bit later. A little bit later. But yeah, Salad Fingers. Watch it. Kevin Smith, if you're out there, please direct a live action Salad Fingers. Salad Fingers versus Tusk.
Sounds like a movie.
Fucking
All right, so we've talked about his movies. We've talked about his television. We've talked about let's see. What's your favorite song? Or no, what's your favorite band that he uses in any of his movies?
Oh man, that's a crazy tough ass question.
Mine is Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay, well, yeah.
The fact that he got their song in Clerks 2, it's so well used. That's the best about Kevin Smith. He knows how to use music to just kick us right in the heart. Like it's wild.
There's 2 other directors that do the same. James Gunn.
Yes.
And Edgar Wright.
Yes.
Edgar Wright can fucking score a goddamn film. All of them can.
Yeah, it's surprisingly hard, and I know this firsthand. We did a short last year called Rideshare Massacre. You should watch it on this. But I had to come up with background music for all the shots, and it's really freaking hard to find music.
You're right, Creed. You're right.
He does.
James Gunn has godly taste in music. Oh, he does.
He does. I mean, well, shit. All the soundtracks to the Guardians movies.
The only Marvel soundtracks that I own of any fucking Marvel movie ever are Guardians 1 and 2. And even 2, I didn't like the music as much as 1, but I'm very excited about the mixtape volume 3 and Guardians.
Well, what's wild when you think about Guardians Volume 1, the soundtrack is pretty much our entire generation's like mixtape.
Yeah.
Like everything.
That's why it works so perfectly. That's why I love it.
Hooked on a Feeling. Yeah, it's
Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka. I like so my favorite probably song in Mixtape Volume 2 is Brandy.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's the sailors say, Brandy, you're a fine girl. You're fine. What a good wife.
Yeah, come and get your love now.
You be
so good.
Come and get your love. Come and get your love. Come and get your love now. It's just so great, man.
What is a movie of Kevin Smith's that you'd want Kevin to write and James Gunn to direct?
Oh, so Kevin is going to write and James Gunn's going to direct. A Green Arrow movie.
Ooh, that could be amazing.
Because Kevin Smith writes a badass Green Arrow.
His Green Arrow run is amazing.
So Kevin Smith is also a prolific comic book writer. Except for he had Batman PP himself. So
he did. Deadpool. I would love to see James Gunn
great
direct Deadpool.
That's great.
That
Kevin Smith could write the shit out of that. That'd be good.
Yeah.
What about you?
Mine would be
Weekend at Bernie's 3. No, bring it back home.
Bring it all the way around. I would love to see Kevin and James team up Daredevil.
Oh, there we go.
I think they.
Oh, now we're talking.
They could make an amazing Daredevil movie.
Now we're talking. Because Kevin Smith's Daredevil run was also really great.
So good.
So great.
Shaun of the Dead 2. Ooh,
holy shit!
Oh,
now we're talking.
Damn. Could you imagine? Take Kevin Smith out of the equation. Could you imagine James Gunn directing a Shaun of the Dead movie? You realize
I can, now that
how colorful and magical that would be? Because James does love his color. That would be, yes, I'm all for that.
Holy shit. Great choice.
Did you ever see the Belko Experiment?
Yeah, I did. I love it too.
So good. See, that's another movie James wrote, but he didn't direct.
Yeah.
but it was so good.
It was incredibly good. Shaun of the Dead 2, which we need. Get all the actors can come back. Well, even Bill Nighy. Somehow.
I don't think that team has ever done a sequel to any of their movies.
Yeah, they have.
What'd they do a sequel to?
Maybe not.
There's no Hot Fuzz 2. There's
It's
no
like the Cornetto trilogy or something.
Yeah. They don't do so underrated. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So underrated.
Hot Fuzz, Into the World.
All those movies are underrated. They're so
World's
good.
End. That was it. No, it was one of them. Speaking about, that's what we need to do. And I thought of another movie. What is it? This Is the End 2. But James Gunn writes it, and James Gunn directs it. Kevin Smith writes it.
This Is the End 2. Oh, the Seth Rogen movie?
Yes.
That movie is so perfect. Another underrated comedy. I don't know why nobody ever talks about it. Tremors movie.
Oh my god, I would fucking flip shit. Oh,
James could do
that. Would be great.
You know, I just thought of a negative about James Gunn being head of DC right now.
What?
He won't have time to make other movies.
He won't, but man, I cannot wait for him. I don't give a shit like what people think. Or they're like, oh my god, I need Zack Snyder all in my face and my mouth. No. Give James Gunn a fucking chance over at DC.
Yeah, you guys are gonna love his DC universe.
You goddamn right.
I promise you that.
Oh my god! But yeah, I mean, Super Mario. I'm excited about the Super Mario Bros. Movie. But if you're talking about a sequel to the John Leguizamo film, then yes, I'm here for it. Unfortunately, we can't have Bob Hoskins. Yeah. Well, dig him up. Dig him up.
That's your go. You know, the cool thing, I guess I don't know if it's cool or not, but now with technology, you can just copy the likeness and have CGI models of actors when they die.
Oh, with CGI Bob Hoskins, that's creepy.
That'd be really creepy.
That
is a guilty pleasure movie. If we were talking about from last night.
Oh man, Bros. Yes, that's a super guilty pleasure because I like it. I don't.
Yeah, I love it too. I don't see. The only thing I saw wrong with it is obviously it's not Super Mario. It's not Mario.
No,
it's its own thing. Still, I guess I wouldn't have named it Super Mario Bros. I'd have named it something else, and it could have been its own. What is its own glorious thing?
It's so it's definitely glorious,
and it's very 90s. If you watch,
very 90s.
It's very in the realm of Surf Ninjas, Coneheads.
Oh, I do love Surf Ninjas.
It's a good movie.
I do love some Surf Ninjas. That's another underrated and a guilty pleasure movie. Is Surf Ninjas. How about this? Kevin Smith writes it. James Gunn directs it. Surf Ninjas 2. Get Rob Schneider back.
We don't even need a Surf Ninjas 2. We need just a remake of Surf Ninjas.
Dino Hatton. That's what it's called. What about, talk about ninjas, Three Ninjas. That's also a fucking guilty pleasure movie. The Three Ninjas.
How about a Dragon Ball movie?
We need a good Dragon Ball movie.
We don't need we need a Dragon Ball Z movie.
We need a good Dragon Ball Z movie.
Vegeta and Nappa come to Earth and oh, that could be so wild. Oh. As far as I know, though, and I was told this a while ago, the reason there is no Dragon Ball Z movie, and I guess there'll never be one.
No one has the Dragon Balls to make it.
No, apparently several people own the movie rights to that stuff. So Fox, which is now Disney, owns the rights to Dragon Ball, so they can make Dragon Ball movies all day, but they don't own the rights to Z.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's complicated.
Because like Z has a bunch of its own characters. Like you couldn't use Cell or Boo or Frieza. And what's the point of making a Dragon Ball movie?
Yeah, what's the point at that point? Jesus
Lord.
Have
them. But yeah.
This guy is a huge anime fan. Me, not so much.
I do love.
I'm a fan of pretty much any other nerdy thing.
Like Studio Ghibli movies, don't you?
Yeah, kinda. There's a few of them. I like. But I like the ones that everyone likes.
And I was gonna say, most people I know that aren't into anime, they actually love like Princess Mononoke.
My favorite is Ninja Scroll.
Are you guys? I am an anime fan. I've been into anime since I was 5 years old.
And anime's been inside him since he's 5 years old.
I grew up on Dragon Ball came out in '85, so I grew up with Dragon Ball. I grew up with Z. I grew up with Gundam Wing. I just absolutely love anime.
I mean, there's some great. I mean, like Cowboy Bebop and shit like that. But I don't like the ones. Akira. Yeah.
Akira is another one. I can make a list of movies that people hate anime, but they love those movies. Akira is definitely one of them.
You should.
Metropolis is another one.
You should do a gateway drug. That's what you're gonna get.
Dude, Dragon Ball Z is a gateway drug to anime. See Space Cowboy. Yeah, I'm casual. Casual into anime?
Casual into anime. I got just casual into anime. What about that? Maybe Kevin Smith can write an anime. Or maybe just do an animated. He needs to do an animated
I don't
film.
even know if he's into anime.
I don't know, Kevin. Let me call him.
That's a weird thing. I don't even know.
Kevin Smith.
That's what I would ask him. I would ask
That's
him.
just one question.
That's my one question. Kevin, are you an? I know
Kevin,
you're obsessed with comic books.
are you into
weed,
anime?
and comedy? But do you like anime?
Most people that are obsessed with comics, weed, are going to be an anime.
Yeah. Very true.
Kevin Smith, what's your favorite anime?
He's like Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. Kevin Smith, I know you love hockey. You need to make a hockey movie. Goon 4.
Goon. I think there is.
I love all those Goon movies, dude.
Death Note.
Death Note's actually pretty good.
Death Note's good. Death Note and Naruto are two animes that aren't movies per se. They're some television shows that non-anime people actually enjoy. I have
more gateway drugs.
I have a really good friend who hates anime, but he loves Naruto, so it's weird. But then again, Naruto is really good, right?
What about Full Metal Alchemist? Probably the same situation, right?
That's actually, you know what? Surprisingly, that's one anime I don't actually like.
Oh shit! Okay.
I don't watch. I've attempted to watch it. I can't get into it.
But yeah, if Kevin Smith ever did an anime, I think it would be a hit. I think that would be a huge hit.
Yeah.
So, but he did an animated show.
Is overrated. It is. It's not good.
Full Metal Alchemist is overrated.
That's not good.
Yeah, no. But I have seen the Clerks cartoon, the Too Hot for TV.
I do love the Clerks cartoon. I do throw it in every now and then. It's only 6 episodes, so it's not hard to watch it. It's really good.
Only 6 episodes, man. But it needs to be more.
It was just a time when anime was kind of on the downfall.
Yeah.
Right around the time like Clone High was coming out and stuff like that. Did you know they're bringing Clone High back?
I did not know that.
They're bringing Clone High back. If you all don't know what Clone High is,
I do. I thought of another anime I love.
Ooh, that could be fun.
Ooh, Kevin Smith. If he's tugged on our heartstrings a lot in Clerks 3.
Actually, I don't know. Kevin Smith. You would have Buzz and Woody having a 3-hour conversation about like life crisis, and I don't know if I want to watch that.
No, because I had a 3-hour life crisis after watching Toy Story 3.
Oh my god!
So I'm like, no, I don't want it.
I don't know anyone that didn't leave the theater after Toy Story 3 and being like, God damn, you really think my
Here's
life?
an anime I recommend: High School of the Dead. I do love High School of the Dead.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
You've got 2 things that are awesome and that most people enjoy: titties and zombies. And so it's like a bunch of cheerleaders fucking killing zombies.
I do love when
he loves titties and zombies.
I do.
And sometimes zombie titties.
I don't. What movie was that? Was it? It's an Ed Living Dead movie. Is it the third one?
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Well, you have
the zombie like.
You also have zombie strippers with Jenna Jameson.
Oh,
that's a movie.
God,
that's a movie.
That is.
I should have mentioned that as a guilty pleasure movie.
God. Oh, there's another zombie movie where like it's like teenagers in a strip club. Is that the one when they're the?
No, that's another one.
I can't think of the name of that.
Man,
now the movie I'm thinking about is a legit movie that actually went to theaters.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the hell it's called.
I saw zombie strippers in a theater.
Zombie strippers. What kind of theater?
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Those theaters aren't around anymore.
Well, there's a back alley you can walk down. And you can still
I'm pretty sure
those theaters.
Pee Wee Herman's pretty sad about that.
Oh,
dude, that was the best part of growing up, seeing that on TV, being like, "Oh, Pee Wee Herman gets busted in theater for whacking off."
He's like one of us. Pee Wee Herman, Paul Rubens, he whacks his pud just like everyone else does.
Dude, the '90s was crazy. You had like freaking Charlie Sheen getting busted for being with a hooker. You had what's his name? Hugh Grant got busted with a hooker and then went on like Letterman like the next day or some shit. They were talking about it. So great. I miss the '90s so
But
much.
Hugh Grant's okay. He's fine.
Hugh Grant.
Paul Rubens. He sure is.
He plays
Oswald Cobblepot's dad.
Yeah.
He sure did.
The '90s was all the drugs of gays wearing.
Yep.
So true. So
very freaking true.
1000%.
Nailed it.
That
Nailed
is
it.
the best description.
That should be a bumper sticker.
That should.
I'd want to wear that on a shirt.
That's the best description I've ever heard of the '90s.
Absolutely.
If you look at '90s cartoons, that makes sense.
It all makes sense.
Because like most '90s cartoons are mutated animals. You're only going to get those ideas from drugs.
Only from drugs.
Street Sharks does not come from anything but a drug.
Nope. And I come when I watch Street Sharks. So it's a full circle. Random Street Theater has entered the chat. What's your favorite Kevin Smith film? We want to know. And is it what we think? Maybe it's different. I think Random Street Theater has some very specific tastes.
He does. You like horror. So I'm going to go Red State. Do you like Red State? Kevin Smith directs a Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Done, son.
That
God.
could be a winner.
Now we're talking. But
That
do
could
we
be-
get the entire cast back?
Ooh.
Dogma. Ooh, good choice.
Ooh. Ferris Bueller. You know what? That could work. Bring Matthew Broderick back.
Yep.
He's the dad.
He's the dad.
He's the
principal.
He's the principal.
He's the principal.
He's the
He's
principal.
the principal. Yep.
Oh, that could work. And it's his kid
It's
that's
his kid.
cutting school.
Yep. Oh, again, everything we say is verbally copyrighted, so you cannot use it. Anybody verbally copyrights. Boom, right there. But yeah, Dogma is a very fantastic choice. I think Dogma is probably the gateway drug movie for people to get into Kevin
Yeah,
Smith.
most people.
It's his most mainstream film by far, but it's not really mainstream.
Yeah, Dogma, like that made news because it was controversial at the time. So, do you remember, y'all? If you don't know this is so amazing. Kevin talks about it every now and then. When Dogma premiered, right, the Catholic Church protested the movie, and Kevin joined the protest. I didn't know that it was Kevin, and it's a very Kevin Smith thing to do.
Very Kevin Smith thing.
Very Kevin. I would do the same thing. If I had a movie that's being protest, I would sneak into the protest and protest the movie too.
Protest that shit. It's so brilliant. That's sometimes
So good.
when I go to Dragon Con Atlanta, there's always the preacher on the corner saying,
Oh yeah.
"You're gonna rot in hell if you like anime and if you like drugs and boobies and all the fun things." And sometimes I'll join in, like to the side of them, pretend like I'm talking what they're talking, but I'm like, "Hey, hail our Lord Cthulhu!" And he's like, "What is that?" You gotta fuck with him.
You
Gotta fuck with him.
We're not religious, clearly.
Well, I meant like, there's a level, there's a level in all of it. You like Kevin Smith? Cool. Are you going to murder Kevin Smith? That's too much of a level.
When the news interviewed Kevin Smith during the protests, he said he didn't have his wallet. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's such a good time.
So great. Again, a simpler time, a greater time,
A greater time.
a greater time. Oh my gosh. So we were talking about movies that we want a sequel to as well. So I think that, Mallrats for me, because malls don't exist anymore. So I think that'll be a lot to say. I think it will be fun. Plus, fucking get Brody. I love Brody.
Brody's so good. Ghostbusters 2. That's really good. I don't know if that would be. Is that a guilty pleasure?
It kind of is. It's not as guilty as if you were to say the all-female.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you said the Melissa McCarthy Ghostbusters is a guilty pleasure.
But you know what? Like, there's a big. So you guys are watching like a couple dudes talk about movies. There's some movie channels, or like sometimes there's gatekeeping in this sort of environment, which is dumb because we're all fucking nerds. Why gatekeep any shit? Rant over. But there's some people in the movie community that's like, Ghostbusters 2 is trash. So for him saying that he likes Ghostbusters 2, that is a guilty pleasure in some circles, because people are like, Ghostbusters 2 is trash. No, God damn it. You put on Higher and Higher by Jackie Wilson, and I fucking believe a Statue of Liberty is going to walk down the road.
Right.
Man.
Mallrats set in an abandoned mall that's slowly on. Yeah,
Do
I
it.
can see that.
Do it. Absolutely. Get Alanis Morissette back is God, too.
Talk about perfect casting.
Perfect casting. That's the only thing that was missing out of Clerks 3. Spoiler, she's not back, but that would have been.
That's where Kevin's like, who should we get to play God?
Well, you ought to know.
It's so ironic.
It is so ironic, don't you think?
We should just have a conversation one day where the entire conversation is.
My favorite thing is to talk into like movie quotes and shit like that.
That's awesome.
I actually do like that idea quite a bit. I think that would be a fun idea.
I want to see Kevin do a zombie movie. I think that could be.
Well, Shaun of the Dead too.
That
mentioned, yeah.
That could be a lot of fun.
I think for me, if I want Kevin Smith to do what genre? Ooh, so that to be a fun thing. What genre? I would like him to do a Western.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Well, like it could be like a Western comedy or like a spaghetti kind of Western.
I don't like. Besides the Cherokee Kid, I don't really like Western comedies.
That's not the only Western comedy.
No, it's the only one I like.
Oh, Blazing Saddles. Come on, that's the greatest Western comedy of all time.
It actually is.
Please let's do
is.
Blazing Saddles too.
Oh.
You know how stoked am I about fucking History of the World Part 2?
Right.
Oh my, and it's on Hulu in a 4-night event.
I thought about that too. I was like, why is that the only movie? Why is that the one movie he's making a sequel of? Because it's the only movie he can make a sequel to. He can't do any of his other movies.
We can do Spaceballs too.
You could do Spaceballs too. You could.
I'd watch the shit out of Spaceballs too. Yeah, nothing is off the table.
I don't know about that. You cannot make a sequel to Blazing Saddles. You can't
Song of the South too.
You can't make that either.
You can't make a Blazing Saddles too.
You cannot.
In fact, show Blazing Saddles to just a person that was born in the 2000s.
My really good friend Mike, he's our age, but he had never seen Blazing Saddles. We managed a movie theater together. We got in Blazing Saddles to watch with the staff, and he had never seen it. And it blew his mind. He was like, "This is the greatest thing I ever saw."
Absolutely. There's just so many great scenes. Oh yeah. They did make a Spaceballs cartoon, and I've never watched it, but I need to. It's going to be a price.
So good. Talk about the best comedy parody.
And again, it would be really hard to make a Spaceballs too because of the lack of John Candy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Rick Moranis kind of is out of retirement, or he's like...
Okay, what is happening with the Honey That Shrunk the Kid remake with him and Josh Gad?
I don't know. There's no news.
There has not been any news on that.
I think there's a good chance, though, because they're making the Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel, and it's set back in New York. I really do want Louis Tully back in that fucking film. I don't care about anyone else coming back. We had all the OG Ghostbusters. Winston's probably going to be in it, but I do need to have Louis Tully.
If anything, Rick Moranis should see the Brendan Renaissance right now.
Ooh, Brendan Fraser. Hey, Brendan Fraser's opened the door for Rick Moranis to walk through it.
Should come. Actually, didn't Rick Moranis get beaten up a while back?
See? He did.
It's probably why he was like he's been at home this whole time. He leaves to come back, gets his ass whooped, and he's like, I'm going back home.
Brendan Fraser walked so Rick Moranis can run. Oh my God.
And you have Jonathan Taylor Thomas in the background being like,
guys,
maybe I can come back. Yeah. We do want you to come back. Please make
He doesn't want to. He's living a good life.
He does not want to come back.
You know who, speaking of comebacks, I am ridiculously excited about the comeback of Shelley fucking Duvall.
Yes.
Oh my God. So it's a sad story as well because Shelley Duvall, of course, as you know, had quite the falling out with Hollywood. You make a movie like that, and then, of course, the flop of Popeye and a bunch of other stuff. Well, she is back in a movie called The Forest Hills. So we're lucky enough to, I will go ahead and let you know on a spoiler secret, the director of The Forest Hills has agreed to be on our Hollywood interviews. So we're going to have him on there. However, Shelley Duvall, I think, lives in her car in Texas. But she's back. She gets to do acting again, and I'm excited. So,
are we supposed to interview that guy today?
No.
Okay.
I didn't confirm that. Sometimes dates, it's Hollywood, baby. Sometimes dates are all mixed up.
Shelley Duvall. She's definitely one of
welcome
my
back. Oh, my God.
Another underrated movie, Popeye. Or I think that's a guilty pleasure movie.
It's a guilty pleasure movie for sure. I don't know if it's underrated or not, but it's a guilty pleasure movie.
All right, so we've talked about everything now, Kevin. What's
not everything?
What's a TV show you'd like Kevin to direct and write that's not comic book?
That's already on, or a remake?
That's already on, or remade.
Gilligan's Island.
That could be hilarious.
Gilligan's fucking Island.
Oh my God, that could put
my mind went right to Gilligan's.
Put Jason Mewes in the role of Gilligan.
Oh my God, Jason Mewes is Gilligan. My God. All right, let's cast this real quick.
Okay.
All right. So Jason Mewes, clearly Gilligan.
Who's the professor?
The professor is John Krasinski.
Ooh, I like that.
All right. So who's the skipper?
Oh, it's obviously Kevin.
No. We got to pick somebody else. Pick somebody else. The skipper.
Oh, Kevin from The Office.
I
can't remember Kevin's real
Brian
name.
Baumgartner.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep, Random Street Theater would love to play the skipper. You do a pretty good job. I'm pretty sure you would. I think of the skipper, I'm thinking Seth Rogen. You need someone older. Older. That's the key. So maybe...
Yeah, you don't want to be around the same age as...
So you need somebody a little bit older. And, because skinny, big...
Oh, is it Brendan Gleeson?
Brendan Gleeson would be
great. That would be fun.
All right, so now I'll cast Marianne and you cast Ginger.
Okay.
All right, so for Marianne, I'm gonna pick what's her name? She was in Community, but she was also in Glow. Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. You know which lady I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can't think of her name though.
She would be.
I know you're
perfect.
She would be
as Marianne.
I'm gonna go with Doherty Bird.
With who?
Doherty Bird from she plays Thing's mom in Cobra Kai.
Oh, okay.
I
I see that.
That
Absolutely.
that would work perfect.
I was going to say Christina Hendricks.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that.
All right, so now we only have 2 left. Thurston Howell III and Lovey.
Oh, I don't even know.
Bryan Cranston, Thurston Howell.
Yes. Oh, Brian would make a good professor.
He would make a pretty
Oh,
good
I want
professor,
Brian. No,
too.
Brian's the professor.
Bryan Cranston.
Brian's the professor.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, Brian. Oh, but Brian. No, I can see him as a professor. Yeah.
This is coming together.
This is coming
Kevin,
together.
we're just writing this shit for you, baby. You just got to record it. You just got to make it happen.
Got to make it happen. But then again, Bryan Cranston, there's no role he couldn't play.
Oh, no.
Dude's the best actor.
All right, so how about you? Kevin Smith, he's going to make a show or remake a show.
Okay,
what would it be?
I would love to see him. Oh, you know what? I'd love to see him remake Tales from the Crypt.
Okay. All right. So Kevin Smith is making a Tales from the Crypt.
That would be a lot of fun.
Right.
Even though I think every episode had a different writer and director, though.
Yeah.
But I want.
He could be a Jordan Peele kind of situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh,
I think that Kevin and Jordan Peele should team up on a project.
That's what. Who do you want Kevin to team up with?
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele is definitely that's a
Jordan
must.
fucking Peele.
That we already said James Gunn. That's a must. I would love to see
Ricky Gervais.
Oh.
Across the pond, United States.
Could you imagine the dialogue and the
Ricky Gervais fucking Kevin Smith joint? Or Spike Lee and Kevin Smith.
I would feel so bad for an actor who had to be in that
The
TV
dialogue?
show because your monologues would be 27 pages long.
Absolutely. That's a gift for an actor. That's a fucking gift.
That is not a gift. When you get on set and you're handed your script and you see that you have a 27-page monologue, most actors
Emmy time, baby. It's Emmy time.
Most actors are gonna be like, I hate my life. My longest thing ever, I think, was 6 pages, and I cried.
That wasn't even in the script. He just cried.
I cried.
He cried.
I cried. It was for that short Science of a Tortured Mind.
Oh,
It's on YouTube if you want to watch it.
Watch it.
They obviously cut that whole monologue out. Thank God. Actually, it was a funny story. I got recasted in that. I ended up not being the character.
All right. I thought of another thing as well. After you get, I thought of
what are we doing?
What current comedy show would you want him to guest star on?
Oh,
what comedy show that's on TV right now would you want to see Kevin Smith guest star? I've got 2. Mine is tied.
I want to see him guest star on The Conners. And
Okay.
come in as like John Goodman's like neighbor or something, and then like they start referencing the Rapture.
Okay.
How meta would that be?
What's up, Ricardo?
What's up,
Pop
bud?
in and drop a like and say hello. Hey, thanks, Train. We got the
are.
1,000 subscribers. We're so close to the 4,000 watch hours. So we're going to be partners for you know it. And it's from people like you, man. I really can't thank you enough, dude.
Oh yeah, that's
Before
so awesome.
before you leave or whatever, let us know your favorite Kevin Smith.
Yeah, we are giving away a digital copy of Clerks 3
3
at the end of the live.
Clerks 3. So let us know what your favorite Kevin Smith film is. So for me, the Conners, that's good. Do you have any others?
I'd love to see Kevin on Shark Tank.
Shark Tank would be good.
I mean,
Not a comedy, but kind of be.
Kevin doesn't have the money to invest. A lot of people know this.
What if
Kevin's,
he's one of the sharks?
that's what I'm saying. I'd want him to be a shark, but unfortunately, Kevin does not have billions of
For me,
dollars.
I think that I would love to see Kevin Smith on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, playing Frank's long lost son.
How has he not been in that show?
There's not a lot of people like that on there, but I'd love to see Kevin Smith on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
That would be amazing.
And or Only Murders in the Building. I could see him do a guest
to
spot
this
on
day,
that.
I still haven't watched it.
Get out of here. That fucking thing is so good.
It must be.
It is so good. Man, if you guys have been sleeping on Only Murders in the Building, what are you doing? Are you even loving true crime? Support Steve Martin
I can't.
and Selena Gomez.
Yeah, it's weird that I haven't watched that.
It's
'cause I
good.
love
It's
Steve
Hulu,
Martin.
baby. But yeah, oh man, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
And Martin Short.
But he plays Frank's brother, like Danny DeVito's long lost brother.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
That's such a great show too. I hate that it's well, no, it's not ending.
What's your
They're making
favorite
more.
Kevin Smith cameo in a TV show?
Kevin Smith cameo in a TV show?
We did movies. What's TV
Oh
show?
shit. I'm not sure. Fuck.
Mine is Mine is the Big Bang episode where it's Joe
There we go.
Manganiello, William Shatner. They're all playing D&D.
There we go. They're all
over at
playing
Will
D&D.
Wheaton's, and it's Cream. What's his last? Abdul-Ball, whatever is there.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, he's there. It's just the crazy because you see these cast of characters, and Kevin's the only one that makes sense that he's there. Everyone else is like, what? Really?
I do think that I meant to shout it out earlier. Some of my favorite Kevin Smith TV directed projects are his Flash episodes.
Oh yeah, yes, I love his Flash.
I hate that the Flash is ending. Nine seasons.
I don't. It's I 7 and 8.
It was so good though.
The first 6 seasons of that show are phenomenal.
Man,
7, 8.
I see why they're wrapping it up, but still, it's bittersweet.
Yeah,
that whole like Arrowverse is going bye bye.
It's very sad. What's wild? This is off topic, but the Arrowverse never made money.
What?
It always broke even.
It always broke even and never made no money.
So to this day, it came out a while ago when Discovery bought Warner's. The CW has never been profitable. It always breaks even.
Oh shit!
Which blows my mind because the Arrowverse was such a big thing.
It was, and Supernatural,
yeah,
and Vampire Diaries.
Yep, it just came out.
Riverdale.
The CW.
There's no way they didn't make any money.
No, CW made on average about $400 million a year, and spent around $400 to $430 million a year on all its projects. So it never made money. It's very sad.
So we're not sponsored by Kevin Smith or affiliated at all yet. But I do tell you, it's fucking Clerks Day. This 29 years since Clerks premiered at Sundance. And if you go to the website, jayandsilentbob.com, you can get 15% off of cool shit like this.
That's right. These shirts are dope.
These shirts are dope. You get cool hats. And like historically, this is the kind of shit you have to buy on the convenience tour. So if you couldn't make the tour, check out jayandsilentbob.com, baby, for that sweet 15% discount. Again, not a sponsor, but did you see how well I sponsored that? Hey, if you're out there, I don't care what you have. You got a fucking shop where you make like stuffed animals, sponsor us. If you got a hot sauce shop, sponsor us. If you're making shoelaces with little bitty, I don't fucking care what you do, sponsor us. We'll take it. We're whores for sponsors. Drop down to one viewer. Yeah, baby.
I was just about to say, yeah. Anyway, yeah, definitely.
Like they don't care about Jay and Silent Bob merchandise. You should. It feels good on your skin.
They do not.
So Kevin Smith, there's media that he's not done. Just fucking go jump back up.
Media hasn't done. Actually, I don't know. He's done a podcast. He's got podcasts. He's got movies. He's done TV.
Hey,
he's done comic books. He's done.
You told me the other day about something he's dipping his toes in.
AMP. Yeah.
There we go. If you take
station.
anything away from this right now, it's
radio
this.
station. Yeah.
Listen to that. What's it about?
Well, he hasn't done it yet.
No, what is AMP about?
Oh, AMP is the
These
thing.
people might not know.
It's on Amazon. It allows anyone to now have their own radio station, so you can pick your own music. You have your own morning shows if you want. It's really cool. Another cool thing about technology. So you just be your own radio DJ now for free.
And you would do that.
And I would do that.
Why would you not do that?
Exactly.
What music would you play?
All 90s all day.
All 90s all day?
90s alternative.
90s alt.
I would be throwing the Ketchup song up on that playlist. Or Macarena.
You'd have to slip a Macarena in there.
You don't play.
You'd have to slip a Macarena.
You don't go from Temple of Dogs to Nirvana to the Macarena.
You do. Man, you'd have to throw the Macarena in there. Back in the 90s.
Hell yeah. I love me in the 90s.
I would play definitely like literally, I'd play all decades music because that's how you really get the most people to listen.
That's it. Yeah, I would do old. I would
Big Band Thursdays, 90s Fridays. You do different themes for a week. Well, no, I don't know what you'd have to do.
I would do 50s and 60s.
That shit can't be right. That's not right.
No, it's not.
It's not right.
Nirvana was in the Batman.
That's right. Oh my gosh, I still can't believe that they got that fucking Nirvana song in the Batman, and it fit like perfectly. It fit so perfect in there.
It did.
Oh my god, it fit perfect in there. Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay, Kevin. He's literally done everything in media.
Has he done anything video game related?
Yeah, there's like a Clerks game.
Yeah, but was he involved in that?
Well, yeah, he would be doing the voiceover work. I mean, he didn't actually make the game, but I'm sure he did the writing for it. He did the
make a new Earthworm Jim game.
That'd be dope.
And having Kevin Smith be the creative director of that.
Or an Earthworm Jim movie.
Ooh. Oh, Here's another idea I just came up with real quick. Earthworm Jim movies, perfect. If you had any of Kevin Smith's movies that would transition into a fucking stage play. He's not done theater.
Dogma
is a stage play.
Would be an insane
on Broadway.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude, that might be a huge hit.
That, like, even just thinking about the costumes now on stage would be amazing. Yeah, no doubt.
Clerks, the Telltale series, that is the best. So that's like storytelling, and like I love those Telltale games. See the Batman Telltale game, the fucking Walking Dead one is so good.
So good. Man, has he done a motion comic?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if he has or not. That's a good one. Maybe
I don't think so.
That would be also excellent if he did a motion comic. But yeah, Clerks, the Telltale game, and then I'm thinking that as far as like a stage play, we're going with Clerks. We're going with Clerks, the stage play.
Clerks. You know, honestly, there's not all the movies in the Ask Few universe would work as stage plays.
Kevin Smith is a genius.
Is Kevin Smith? He is.
Yeah, just ask Kevin Smith.
He's not only a genius, and this is big. Kevin is what's known as a risk taker, and those who risk usually win.
It's true.
If you don't know the story behind Clerks, Kevin maxed out over $50,000 in credit cards. So here's the thing. Had Clerks not worked out, he would have been in financial debt, wouldn't have a career, would have had to actually still work at that convenience store to pay. Yeah, you got to be a risk taker in life. If you're not out there risking, why wouldn't you risk?
Just take it. Take the chance.
Right. We don't
live
one forever. Life. We live one life. That's Kevin is a risk taker. And it's paid off.
You, my friend, made an excellent segue to my next topic. You have one day with Kevin Smith to have an experience. All right. So Kevin Smith's like, hey, I'll hang out with you, but you pick what we're going to do. What would be your activity?
Easy. We rent out a movie theater, just me, him, and Jay. We roll the biggest Guinness World Record blunt.
What would that look like?
And we sit in that theater, we smoke the blunt, and we watch Up and Smoke.
Okay. Okay. That's a fantastic one.
That is 5 Nights at Kevin Smith. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. What would your one day look like?
All right. So for me, damn, you had a fucking great one because you mentioned all the great things you could do with Kevin Smith. So I had one day with Kevin Smith. We are going to spend the day in Dubai at the Warner Brothers theme park.
Oh, that could be fun.
So we fly out to Dubai because then you talk about like weed and all kind of crazy shit. Dubai's got some crazy shit. So we spend the whole day at the fucking theme park. Him and me at the theme park, riding the Batman ride. Or fuck, no, I take it back. My one thing would be him and I. We go to San Diego Comic-Con, and he cosplays as me, and I cosplay as him. Done. Usual Suspects 2. Ooh, I'd wait a minute because like Bryan Singer, there's still such a stigma around I love the Usual Suspects. I don't think it needs a sequel, but I think that you need to like unfortunately take a.
You know who I'd love to see work together is Kevin Smith and Tarantino, which I'm surprised they don't because they're best friends in real life. So I don't know why they haven't.
That'd be great.
Well, it don't make sense because Tarantino really just likes to work by himself. Just kidding.
I got my weed from California. That's the best. Yeah, of course they got the best weed. You're on the West Coast. He's a West Coast guy.
The best weed in California.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Well, come on.
Well, I'd say it's like Kevin lives there, but as far as we know, Kevin moved back to Jersey.
Take it back. I'm taking it back. Take it back. All right. So I'm thinking, all right, I'm erasing it. This is my one day with Kevin Smith. It involves one other person because you picked Jason Mewes.
Yeah. Got to hang out.
I'm at Kevin Smith's favorite dispensary. All right. We're going through his product. Who walks in? Steve Urkel. With his purple Urkel. So we're just me, Kevin Smith, and Jaleel White hanging out in a dispensary in California, trying all of their favorite fucking strains of weed. I'm smoking that purple Urkel with fucking Jaleel White and Kevin Smith.
That would be one hell of a day. And then out of nowhere, when the day is wrapping down, you're finally feeling good. Snoop Dogg comes in the room.
Oh my God. Snoop Dogg rolls in. And then you're like, oh my God, I can't get any better than this. Knock on the door. Knock, 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 knock. Willie Nelson. Then Willie Nelson walks in.
Dude, could you imagine getting
Willie
to smoke
fucking
out
Nelson.
with Willie and Snoop? You would just be dead.
That's also great. Hey, who would you smoke with? All those people.
Those people. You'd just be dead.
All those people. You would be
Kevin Smith as Donkey Kong in the next movie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I can feel that. I feel you on that. Yeah. Shit, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
That is a good one.
Kevin Smith Scream movie. Oh, now we're talking.
Ooh.
Now we are talking.
Yes.
Or get him on the next season of Scream Queens. Remake Scream Queens on FX and get Kevin Smith in there. But yeah, so oh my god, fucking Willie Nelson walks in. There's no other greater people unless you're talking about Tommy Chong.
Oh,
he knocks on the door. It's Chong.
It's Chong.
It's Chong. That's it.
That's Chong. Could you imagine? I couldn't imagine smoking weed with those three guys. Oh,
maybe even throw Quentin Tarantino in there too.
Ooh.
Bob the Dog. This is a Christian from Haddonfield Radio. You guys sounded good. Thank you so much. So, one of the people that I've had the pleasure with connecting on Instagram. So, you know, Haddonfield Radio. If you guys check it out, like if you like Halloween and shit, definitely check out Christian's channel. Dude, thanks for joining.
Yeah,
because you joined on the live stream and you are a subscriber to the channel. Thanks again. And you commented, hey, you have a chance to win a digital copy of Clerks 3. This whole fucking live stream is about Kevin Smith, baby. What is your favorite Kevin Smith film? Christian, let us know in the comments below. Yeah, Halloween. So Creed thinks that Halloween is the best horror movie ever made. And I tend to agree.
It is really good.
So here's a question, and this is going to be a hard question, and it may not be a lot of Red State. Ooh,
Red State.
Knew it.
Dogma and Red State are my favorite Kevin Smith movies. They're so good.
Man,
they're so good.
Tusk 2 is happening. Tusk 2 is happening. I'm just saying. So, can Harley Quinn, his daughter, act? Or is it just nepotism? Come on. It's getting raw now.
I can't answer that question.
No, she can't. I'm sorry.
I can't answer
Kevin.
that question.
Oh, she just can't. She's not made for it.
Kevin, she can act. She's great. She's fantastic.
She's not great. Quit sucking up at Kevin's ass.
She's so great. She was so great. And
you're welcome for the shout out, man. I love shouting people out. We're gonna collaborate on something here soon too.
She's Harley is the best part and the best thing in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Get out of here.
Kevin, your daughter's an amazing actress.
No, it's clearly where fucking Bruce Lee lost to Brad Pitt.
That's
fuck that scene.
Great. That movie is so fucking great.
Oh, Margot Robbie is the best.
There's a reason Yoga Hosers is his worst movie.
It's not him dressed as a sausage Hitler. It's oof. But I'm excited about seeing Lily Depp Rose, Johnny Depp's daughter, in that new HBO show.
Yeah,
that's going to be super dope. It's going to be very awesome.
Who is better?
At what?
Yeah, what?
Rolling blunts, smoking blunts, comedy. Let us narrow it down a little bit.
Yeah, because both of them write, both of them direct, both.
I'll be happy to answer.
Smoke weed. Both of them have.
Happy to answer. But yeah, storytelling.
I go with Kevin.
I'm gonna go with Seth Rogen.
I'm gonna go with Kevin. After watching Clerks 3, Kevin is the better storyteller. What the fuck has Seth Rogen done? That's so amazing.
Invincible.
That's him taking from an already existing property.
And he does all kinds of stuff. You seen that Pickle movie where he plays two dudes?
Yeah,
I really like the post-heart attack Kevin Smith. He is a brand new sense of purpose. He does, and he is putting a lot of heart into his recent projects. Exactly. Very well said, Christian.
Exactly. Yes, and I think Kevin has put himself and his heart in everything he has, and I think all of his projects, minus
he always has his heart on, and that's why we have a heart on for Kevin Smith.
Yeah, minus there's a couple movies, but yeah, no.
But I do like it because, like, once you look into the abyss and you realize your own mortality, there's two things you can do: fucking give up or go harder. And Kevin Smith is hard all the time.
I will say so I went to the reboot tour and the convenience tour. There is a big difference in between both tours.
Absolutely.
So the reboot tour, when he came out, he had me laughing so hard I fell onto the floor. At the convenience tour, he had me so fucking sad that I was sitting in my chair crying the most I think I've ever cried in my life. So there is definitely.
So that's a hot topic right there. Masters of the Universe.
Ooh, yeah. He got a lot of flack for that.
He did get a lot of flack for that. Oof.
So
I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it at all. Actually,
but I didn't. But I could never not watch it again and be all right with it.
I get why people hated it because it's like we're fans of He-Man,
Yes.
and there was very little He-Man in it.
No, there's not much He-Man in it, unfortunately. But hey, again, he took a risk, and he's always a risk taker. Yeah.
He didn't deserve all.
He did not deserve all the hate. No, he did not deserve all the hate at all.
No.
It sucks. But hey, there's always more opportunities. Like that's another topic. Like if you did a live action. Oh yeah. So Christian, look, I mean this beautiful Rosario Dawson poster is covering up most of it, but my man Dustin here, Nerdy Dustin, if you like this physical media, also check him out on TikTok. But yeah, look at all this shit. You could pull a random movie and it would be like the best movie ever in all of these things. So great.
How many movies do you own?
Look,
it's really weird that you asked that. I've been asked that 4 times today on TikTok. I don't know anymore.
Ballpark.
So the last time, I'm hella nerdy. I have I don't know if y'all can see that or not.
Nope.
I have all my movies actually organized on an app on my phone. The last time I updated this was 4 months ago, and I had 2,323 movies. But that was 4 months ago. Since then, I have added probably another 1,000.
So we're taking about 5K.
And then if you add in my digital movie collection is just as stupid. My Vudu is. I probably have 5,000 movies altogether.
But I like what Christian said. Always physical media. All of my music is physical.
Yep.
Like I collect vinyl, comic books, got to be physical. Movies, absolutely physical.
Yep.
Keep it alive, man. I got back into VHS collecting too, because why the fuck not?
Yeah, I still collect and watch VHS.
I got some Laserdisc, baby. I got some 8-track tapes.
I just bought I didn't buy it. It was given as a gift, but I just got my first Laserdisc.
Top Gun.
My favorite comic is Watchmen. Watchmen's my favorite comic, and my favorite comic book movie is Snyder's Watchmen.
Really?
I love the fuck out of that.
Okay. Shit, that's good. That's a hot take. I like that.
If you're a comic, it's the closest thing to source material. You can literally watch Watchmen and read the book and pull the panel. It's so good. Tonight, a comedian.
Who died? Hey, Christian, what do you collect? What kind of physical media do you collect? And hey, while we're talking about horror films because Kevin Smith has done one. What horror film are you most excited about coming out in 2023?
Kevin's done 2 horror movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Tonight.
The comedian. We're sitting here thinking
favorite movie ever. He loves it. He is.
Well, so many celebrities are dying right now, so my head just automatically went, who do we lose now? Jesus, like.
Got him.
You got me.
Got him.
Is there any? This is gonna be morbid, but I don't know if there's besides John Goodman. Is there any more left? I mean,
there's tons of fucking.
We lost so many people. We lost so many comedians last year.
It wasn't even funny.
Damn.
It wasn't even funny.
Shit.
Hey, that's comedy for you, baby.
That is comedy.
It's comedy. What
do you think of the Watchmen show?
I loved it because it was a departure, but it still felt very much like the Watchmen. I'm fucking pissed that we don't get a second season.
I was torn with it. As a Watchmen fan, I enjoyed a lot of it,
good.
But there was some stuff I didn't like.
So, fucking HBO, they canceled 2 of my goddamn greatest show. I loved Watchmen and Lovecraft Country. Holy shit, we should have got a season 2 of Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft. I didn't like the description of darkness.
That's about it. But everything else was really on point. Everything else was like, and you know what? And it looked great, and it was well written, and and they've canceled fucking Westworld, and damn it, HBO. Damn it.
Trying to save money. They want to pay those residge. They canceled the Batman show.
What Batman show?
Which one?
I know that the Penguin
The
is
Penguin
still
is still happening. Oh, you're talking about the Gotham show, which I'm fine with that. We don't need another Gotham show, even though Gotham itself is a character and
the
pretty
animated
awesome.
one. Yeah,
Which Batman animated show did they cancel?
the only one that was on. I don't know, but I do love Harley Quinn on HBO Max.
I thought Harley Quinn was the only.
Up with Harley Quinn, down with Velma. That's what I'm saying.
That was so bad.
Oh,
But that's what they tried to do, though. They wanted that. What do you guys think? Fans loved him. Loved his Batman. Do not like his Bruce.
I'm all right with all of it. I thought, as a fucking Batman fanatic growing up, comics, all of it, it was one of the truest Batman movies to the source material.
Oh, hell yeah.
Detective Batman. I've been wanting a detective Batman for so goddamn long. You would get glimpses of it in the Dark Knight trilogy, but this was really, really good. Colin Farrell as a Penguin. All of it. Everything was so very good. That goddamn Batmobile is sexy as fuck. Holy shit.
It was very
so good.
What he did.
So good.
It was more realistic.
And you know what? Especially with like the Warner Brothers are all like dark with their heroes. The scene where Batman takes the time to rescue people out of the flooded Gotham got me right in the goddamn heart. It was so good. I just needed more Alfred. That's what I want. I think that Andy Serkis was underutilized as Alfred. More Alfred. For sure. It was so good, man. It was. I cannot wait for a sequel. How about this, y'all? Who do you want to see as the villain in the sequel to the Batman? Who do you think makes the most sense? Fuck the Joker. I do not want a Joker. I love the Joker as a character, but I do not want him in the next Batman film. But who do you think would be the perfect villain for Matt Reeves' Batman universe?
I'd like to see maybe a villain that I'd like to see Hush. Only because I think it really fits well into Matt's universe.
Mr. fucking Freeze.
As Brian that would be
motherfucker. Victor Freeze is done dirty. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger, but we need a redemption. #redemption for
Court of Owls. Yes.
Court of Owls would be good too.
Court of Owls.
I think that's kind of what it was leading to as well, because there's like glimpses of that in there.
Court of Owls would be good.
But Bryan Cranston playing fucking Mr. Freeze is a brilliant idea. That is fucking brilliant. But yes, I was thinking that. Or I want a Man-Bat. Can we not get Man-Bat in a fucking...
I don't want to see that.
Man-Bat.
I don't want to see that.
What we need is the opposite of Batman.
The Ice Age.
Or Clayface.
Clayface would be...
Clayface is... The Ice Age.
The times. The best thing about Batman and Robin were all of Arnold.
The Iceman cometh. You know, God damn. It was so great.
Cranston would have made a great Lex.
He really would.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, good Lord. He really would. I'm bummed that we don't get the a Deathstroke versus Batman film with fucking Joe Manganiello.
Joe and Ben Affleck. That would be
fucking dope.
Fantastic.
I was also gonna speaking of freaking Brendan Fraser's comeback, we don't get to see him as Firefly now because they canceled the Batgirl movie.
We do get to see images. You can see images of it.
But he would have killed that. So he would have killed that.
I adore Deathstroke. Deathstroke is character.
Slade Wilson. Damn it. Such a good character.
I
really wish we would get that.
He is a serious version of Deadpool.
Yep, absolutely.
If Deadpool was not campy and joke like you'd have Deathstroke.
But there's so many more Batman villains that need love in the universe. I would like to see a Killer Croc. That's not the fucking Killer Croc from Suicide Squad.
Talk about messing up a character.
Oh my God, they fucking dropped the ball on that.
Messed up.
I take it back. Here's what I think. It's not in the second movie. It's going to be in the third movie. Hugo Strange.
I don't know.
Arkham. Hugo Strange is perfect. Put Robert Pattinson's Batman. The third film, he's set in Arkham. The whole movie, Batman is in Arkham trying to fight his way out.
I don't, because it has come out. Even Hugh Jackman came out and said, so Deadpool 3 happens way before Logan. So Logan is still, I think we're going to be okay. I think Logan
is intact.
It's intact.
It's going to be a different Wolverine. But I do agree with Christian. So we were talking about like earlier with James Gunn and Peter Safran, and most people are like, fuck that, because I want to suck, Zack Snyder's pee-pee all the time. But give James Gunn a chance. I'm so excited about what he's going to do with the fucking
Oh,
DC
James
universe.
and Peter are going to be. James is the best
God.
storyteller, and Peter's great with money. So you're going to get the best shit ever.
I would like to see a cameo from Rainn Wilson as Super in like just put him in there.
Talk
Put him
about
in there.
an underrated movie that never
James
gets talked
Gunn.
about is Super.
It's Super.
Oh, it's so good. When Elliot Page gets her head blown off, it's just or when he beats that guy in the movie line with the red.
Yes.
So great.
Rainn Wilson.
Oh, I love Super. It's
Super
such a good
is
movie.
so
yes, Super.
Good.
Yes,
it's underrated as shit.
It really is.
Oh, that and Slither.
Oh,
Slither's my favorite James Gunn movie. Period.
Yeah,
I have such like everything.
Ooh, I don't know my favorite James Gunn movie.
So great.
There's so
James
many.
Gunn is so awesome, man. He has agreed a lot of storytelling integrity. And it would be easy for him to make the easy changes. He's going the hard route. Reboot the whole fucking thing, except for we get a more Aquaman.
Do you like Guardians too?
Ooh, big sigh over here. Big sigh.
Guardians 2 is
big sigh from the big man.
It's not bad by any means, but to me it was a letdown in the fact that it wasn't what I thought it was going to be going into it. It's one of those movies where I left and I was like, really?
Oh my God, Christian, you're talking about
the older Ben Stiller superhero satire. Oh, you're talking about Mystery Men.
Mystery
that movie
Men
is fantastic.
The bowler, the shoveler.
Yeah. Oh,
I do like doing this. Kevin Smith loves.
My phone just died, y'all. Yes. No.
Mystery Men was so good.
Mystery Men is so good. The shoveler.
Mystery freaking Men.
Yes.
Oh my God, William H. Macy.
Oh yes.
Janine Garofalo.
Or Dark World is an underrated masterpiece.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Or The Dark World. But so we're talking. So let's jump back over the DC train real quick. I do think that fuck Aquaman. Please just have Jason Momoa as Lobo. Lobo.
Did you see the news?
Yeah, I know, but it's not 100% confirmed.
It's not, but I don't know. When he comes out of the meeting saying I'm sticking around and
Lobo, baby.
Lobo, that could happen.
Talk about that's what they need to do. So Marvel has reached the pinnacle where you're talking about having like a fucking Secret Wars movie, and the fact you're talking about D-string characters in Marvel. In fact, goddamn, the Spot is the villain in the fucking Across the Universe, like Spider-Verse fucking movie, right? So please, yeah. Well, Thor. Is that Thor the fucking
Love and Thunder?
Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's get crazy. Let's get weird. Fuck a Superman movie. Go straight to Bizarro.
Jesus.
Or make a Bizarro versus Superman movie. No, the villain in the Superman movie's got to be Brainiac.
Yes.
Has to be Brainiac.
Speaking of which, didn't Kevin Smith write a Superman script and the bad guy was Brainiac?
As a big ass spider.
Yep. Bringing it back around.
Yep, he sure did.
Yes, it has to be Brainiac.
It has to be Brainiac.
I've talked about this before. This is what James needs to do with that the first Superman movie, which would be the first movie his new DC, has to have a villain like a Thanos level that's in the background that's going to be the overall arching villain. And I think Brainiac would be an amazing.
Brainiac would be perfect.
You start Brainiac. You start him off in the movie. At the end, you have Superman take him out, but it's Brainiac, so he's like Ultron-like, except he gets away, right? And he's in the background of all these movies plotting.
Christian, I could not
For real.
agree with you more.
Brainiac's
no
so
love.
good. No
Brainiac
love.
gets no fucking love. Everyone's like Darkseid and Lex Luthor and stuff like that. Brainiac deserves.
James Gunn. He was canceled. Yes. Yeah.
And that's why we got the Suicide. That's why we got DC.
That's why
literally that's why he's the head of DC.
Yep. Getting canceled sometimes isn't always bad, I guess.
Literally the reason. And I tell you, James Gunn bringing Starro is the goddamn villain of the Suicide Squad. That's the kind of shit I need in my DC movies right there.
Yes. That's a good storyline. Yeah, that could work.
That is good. That is really good.
Yes. James Gunn, that's the thing. He just takes the most, like Peacemaker. He took one of the dumbest characters in comic books and made him this amazing thing.
So let's get a Ragman movie.
Right. Let's do it.
Let's get Batmite versus Mr. Mxyzptlk.
Hold on. I just thought of something. If he's redoing the DC universe, what happens to Peacemaker 2?
It's canceled
season
after
2.
that. Yeah.
Oh.
I do love Peacemaker. Oh my
so
god,
good.
one of the best theme songs ever.
Oh, that's my favorite.
When I went to Dragon Con after Peacemaker this past year, everyone was like fucking like doing the Peacemaker.
That's
Peacemaker
so
dance.
sweet.
Batmite would be sick. Let's do that, man. Let's have a whole like alternate universe. Batmite, I think, in Mr. Mxyzptlk is a buddy comedy animated show on HBO Max.
Do 3 need it? Yes, we do need that.
Let's make that happen.
And too. Michelle Gellar, we were just talking about
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Freddie Prinze Jr. and Michelle are making comebacks. So right now,
and Matthew Lillard has said 1,000 times that he would be back as Shaggy.
And I think Matthew's coming back to acting too because I think Stu is the bad guy in Scream 6.
He thinks that Matthew Lillard's back.
And I think that's solely based on the fact, a couple of things. One, the mask. The main new mask is old and deteriorated, right? So Stu just fits. Or Randy. Dude, seriously, what if Randy's the bad guy in Scream? Because remember in Scream 2, before, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Scream 2 for some reason, before Ghostface kills him, Ghostface literally tells him, hey, you don't get to be the star of the show. What if in Scream 6 he takes that to heart?
So Christian, what we're trying to do, man, is like we love hanging out on YouTube, and YouTube is fun but also lucrative. So once we become partners, we do love filmmaking. We like writing our own films. We actually wrote our own horror film. It's on the channel, and that's what we want to do. We act in films. We act in like TV shows here in Charleston. I would love to make our own shit and more often. So that's one of the things we do, man, is we're going to take all this YouTube money and we're going to filter it into making our own movies.
Yeah, we've done 2 movies so far. We love, and I've got 2 scripts right now ready to go. Yep. Well, technically 3.
We
got a Western. We just don't have the time right now, but we'll eventually get to it.
Hell yeah.
What's my evidence for Stu being bad? Okay, so for one, if you look at the new poster, Stu's name's in the poster. There's that. Like I said, with the mask is all deteriorated, so that it's kind of old and vintage. And here's the big thing. Yes, Stu gets a TV dropped on his head, but you don't technically see him dead.
I believe the Ghostface is Hayden Panettiere's character.
No.
Because now she's a cop. She works for the police force.
No.
And only someone in the police force can get all that evidence and put it in the shrine. How else in the shrine for like the fucking lair, Ghostface lair, how are you going to get all that evidence? You have to be in the police force to get all that shit.
I do think Matthew would do the role. There's no way it's hidden. I think they've learned their mistakes from the 4th Scream. That's like a 4th Scream bad guy. They're not going to do that. They're not. There's no way. There's no way they do that.
That shrine looks off the fucking hook.
It does.
Oh I cannot wait for that. I'm gonna call it the fucking Ghostface cave.
There's so many Easter eggs.
There's so many goddamn.
Oh, speaking of Easter eggs, there's another evidence for Stu. Stu's robe is in the damn shrine. That red robe he wears, it's in the shrine. It's Stu. I'm calling it now. It's Stu.
Hey, you heard it here first. If that's the case,
the grocery. That trailer. It was kind of weird. It's weird watching Ghostface use a gun.
So the other reason it might be Stu is there was a abandoned script for I think the 3rd film where Stu is mentoring a cult of Ghostface like killers and like fanatics. So I'm thinking that all those costumes in the shrine are going to be used, and that's why we see so many Ghostface on the fucking subway train. It's going to be that many. So each costume is going to be a different Ghostface killer, whether it's someone we know or not. I think that's why it's going to. That's why they picked New York, because it's a fucking in the previous town Woods. What is it? Woodsboro.
Let's see here. I'm watching all the Scream films tonight. I'm on 4 tonight. There you go. They're awesome films. Well, 4 is so under. I was about to say Scream 4 is my least favorite, and then you say it's underrated. It is my least favorite out of all of them. I predict that will be the biggest box office. 1,000%.
Oh, for sure.
1,000%.
You are 100% correct. It's going to be a ginormous hit.
I mean, the 5th one was a box office hit. They're going to keep going.
Plus, it's going to be huge.
Plus, even if Scream 5 was terrible, Jenna Ortega is so hot right now in the industry.
Figuratively and literally.
She will literally just bring people in.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, see Jenna Ortega, blowing up.
Stars on the rise.
the Scream, the team behind Scream 5, they got lucky that Wednesday came out in between their two movies.
All they have to do is put her face and
Right,
Ghostface on a poster. And like,
yeah.
we sold this fucking movie.
Wednesday, yeah, it's a monster hit.
It's a gigantic.
And it's so good. There's a reason.
Deserved. It's well, man.
She's so good. She's also good in X. I thought she was really good in X.
All right, I do agree.
I think Jenna Ortega, she's good.
Great.
She's a great.
So unfortunately, we won't be able to get like Christina Ricci back, or maybe for season 2 of Wednesday. But let's put Christopher Lloyd in there. Let's put Christopher.
Oh
Lloyd.
yeah, what's his name? Fester.
Fred Armisen.
That was perfect casting. Harry Potter ripoff.
It is, but also
yeah.
It is, but still.
X is amazing. I love
X is so good. I cannot wait for Maxine.
Oh yeah.
Maxine is one of my most anticipated films of 2023.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that trilogy. Well, because so X was great. Pearl was amazing.
Was insanely good.
So I could only imagine Maxine is better. And yeah.
That's someone I would love to talk to in interviews. Mia Goth.
Oh hell yes.
Mia Goth. Oh my god.
Terrifier 2, amazing. Fucking amazing. One of my favorite horror movies from this past year.
Holy shit.
So good.
And it shouldn't have been the hit it was. That's what shows.
Answer me on Instagram. My phone is literally dead. When I get done with the stream, I'll go look on my Instagram.
So like horror is back in a big way. We've got a guest that we're going to do. So we do Hollywood interviews where we interview people in the industry. We've got a special effects artist friend of ours, Sean Krumholtz. And one of the like burning questions is, why does he think that horror is back, man? Like 2022, obviously, but 2023 is going to be huge. Evil Dead Rise. I could just name 1,000 different movies, man. I loved Megan. Megan was fantastic.
Can you interview Chris Pratt?
I would love it.
We would love it. We would love it.
Damien Leone. So I would love to Damien. He's way up on my list. And we were talking about Shelley Duvall earlier. The Forest Hills, man. The Forest Hills is going to be a huge horror hit.
Yeah, 2022.
Cocaine Bear is maybe not horror, but it's still kind of horror.
2022 saw a huge turnaround. Huge. We had Barbarian, we had Bones and All, The Menu, Terrifier 2, just Pearl X. I mean, just
Smile.
Halloween Ends. I hate that people are disappointed. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's just not. It's weird, right? Everyone complained.
You're right.
Everyone complained about Halloween Kills not being very like storytelling and stuff like that. And then we get Halloween Ends and it's all storytelling and everyone hates it. You just can't please everyone.
Here's the only thing I didn't like about Halloween Ends.
Thank you. Look, I loved Halloween Ends too.
So I loved it, but I really do. The only thing I really wish more is that we were introduced to what's his name? The main killer, the new guy. I can't think of his character's name.
Oh yeah, I can't think. Yeah, I can't.
See, that's kind of why. It's kind of weak. But if he was introduced in the first film and he was slowly brought through, that would be pretty good.
Well, so if you're really into Halloween,
there we go, Corey.
If you're really into Halloween, you know this, right? A lot of people's disliked Halloween Ends because Michael Myers isn't really in the movie a whole lot. But Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends imitate the first 3 Halloween movies.
Yeah, exactly. They're homages. Yeah.
Halloween 3, Michael Myers is in like a TV scene. Like he's not in the movie at all. So I'm assuming that's why they went that way in Halloween Ends.
And so David Gordon Green, who did those films, and of course the Righteous Gemstones show that Dustin and I are on, is making a new Exorcist film. And our good buddy Sean Krumholtz, I was talking about, did the special effects. He worked on all the Halloween films, the new ones, and The Exorcist. If you guys loved what David Gordon Green did with Halloween, you're going to flip your fucking shit when you see what he's going to do with The Exorcist.
And The Exorcist is a continuation
of the first film.
Of the first one.
Just like it skips all the other sequels, just like the Halloween 2018 was just a continuation of Halloween. You guys are going to flip the fuck out on this new Exorcist film.
Corey beat the crap out of my head. I think 20 years from now, Ends will be reevaluated. It will. Yeah. Let's see. That's just made most sense. Yeah, it's gonna be so good. Sean spoiled a little bit of stuff for us. You guys are gonna love it.
Oh, you guys
are gonna love it.
Oh, you have no idea. And maybe we're gonna film his next interview on Wednesday. We'll put it on the channel sometime soon after that, and we'll try to see if we can squeeze some more juicy details just for you guys for that. So.
But yeah, 2022, amazing year for horror.
It's going to be
2023, just as
there's
good.
even more. I was trying to think the other day. Like I was thinking of like I'm excited about the Meg 2.
Oh, ending of The Exorcist makes me cry. Yes, Jason Statham, the Meg. I actually like the Meg.
Dude, I love the Meg, and I cannot wait for the Meg 2.
I can't.
I'm gonna pull up more horror 2023 stuff on my phone.
I love your YouTube channel, and you guys should be. Oh, thanks, bud.
Dude, thank you so very much.
Well, he jumps.
Oh man, dude, thank you. That means a lot because like we're a couple of great friends that like talking fucking movies and like being in movies and making our own.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. So we were working on season 2 of Righteous Gemstones, and we had gotten the idea to just like join forces and start making movies together.
Yes,
and that led to, I don't remember why. Oh yeah, I had this show, I had Hollywood Interviews going on, and I said, no, why don't you join me on YouTube? And we do a YouTube channel, and we now only really do the YouTube channel. Like, it's so much. Don't get me wrong, I love working in film and television, but this whole past year, and Noah can contest it, I haven't done anything in film and television. I have solely been doing just nonstop shit on YouTube because I love it so much. It's so amazing. Now you stepped away for a little bit to go work on Righteous Gemstones 3, but I love being an actor too, man. I love it. I love your channel too. Thanks, bud.
I actually recommend Missing. I saw that in theaters here recently over the weekend.
Which one?
Missing, which is
that trailer.
It's so good. That's kind of a horror film. It's kind of more of a thriller, but it's really good. I recommend.
The problem is I don't like those like internet found footage movies.
Ooh.
And that's
what you guys like, because you guys are just like pretty much our best fucking friends right now. Let us know in the comments who would you like, if you could interview anybody from the horror genre, who would you want to interview? Because we always like taking suggestions of who we should get on the show and who we'd like to interview. One of the coolest ones was Beatrice Bupley.
Yeah.
She played Freddy Krueger's mom in 5.
In 5, yeah.
She played Freddy's mom. She was awesome. We got to talk to Mark Holton.
Ooh, Sam Raimi. That would be amazing.
Number 1. God, I would freak the fuck out if I got to interview Sam Raimi.
Your passion is... Oh, thank you.
Oh, if I got to interview Sam
we
Raimi.
are obsessed with movies. We could talk movies all day, every day.
I really want to talk to the director or the creator, the writer of the fucking Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, because I really am excited about like what kind of smoke, what were you doing to come up with like, hey, you know what would be great? Fucking Winnie the Pooh and Piglet being murderers.
It's not actually impossible. It's not impossible to interview people. A lot of these people actually love to do it. They love to talk to really cool people.
Well, if you have a big enough following,
if you have a big enough audience, if in film and television, it's about all who you know too. So if you watch our show Hollywood Interviews, a lot of those interviews come because we know somebody. So that helps. Are you guys Nintendo all day?
Love it. All day,
Nintendo.
every day.
Oh my God. Zelda is the best game franchise of all time. That and Star Fox.
So Knock at the Cabin. M. Night Shyamalan again. I am ready for Knock at the Cabin. M. Night Shyamalan. Damn, dude. Like, I think that like he needs it. He needs it, man. Old
was just awful, and then he still has a stench of Avatar. He needs a win.
He needs it, and I think it's going to be a win. The cast is fucking phenomenal. Even favorite M. Night Shyamalan film. Put it in the comments right now. Put it.
I love M. Night. I gotta hurry. I actually love
put it.
I love the concept of Old. I didn't like the execution.
I think a lot of the acting was like wooden and like I don't know, but like
but M. Night is
The Visit. Ooh, nice.
No, his movies. I mean, one of my favorite movies of all time,
Unbreakable,
is Signs.
Signs and Unbreakable.
I do love Unbreakable.
Yes. Unbreakable is a fucking masterpiece. Damn. I wish I could. If I had one opportunity and I walk up to M. Night Shyamalan, I would just shake his hand. I'd be like, "Thank you for Unbreakable." Again, one of the greatest comic book movies that aren't
now
made like
Glass
DC or Marvel. Split was better than Glass.
Yeah, Glass was pretty awful. I miss Mel Gibson too. The Last Airbender is the
hell yeah. Random Street Theater is a security guard. Yeah, I'm a security guard. Maybe have you checked to see if you're unbreakable? Check.
The Village. I enjoyed The Village. I know a lot of people didn't.
I liked what was it, Devil, the elevator movie?
Devil was really good too. Yeah.
Devil was good.
M. Night Sky, I mean, he can do it.
Sixth Sense.
But
I mean, come
I was
on
going to
now.
say Sixth Sense is by far, I think, my all-time
Sixth
favorite.
Sense changed
M. Night.
movies. Changed movies.
It
Forever.
really did.
It really did.
It really did.
The Village. Yeah,
It did have
The Village,
bad marketing.
That's the only
100%.
thing, man. I agree with that because like sometimes you studios. That's the thing about Hollywood. We work in Hollywood. We've been in Hollywood. Sometimes a studio, just somebody at the studio loses faith in a project and the marketing goes to shit.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's what's happened.
I wonder why Knock at the Cabin didn't keep the book's original title.
Copyright? I'm not sure, but that's a very good question. That's a very good question.
Take an interest in science. Sixth Sense has one of the scariest moments I've ever seen in a movie.
Is it when Misha Barton vomits on?
Yeah.
That scared the shit out of me, boy. Oh my god. That did have some scary fucking oh my god.
That did have The Happening. The Happening was like the start of M. Night falling, in my opinion, because it was The Happening, then Avatar, like just.
Let's see what else we got.
Actually, The Happening is another one of those movies. Great concept, not executed very well. It's The Wind.
You know what's kind of crazy? There's a film Shelby Oaks. Do you know about this?
I don't think so.
So, what's his name? Stuckman from YouTube. Chris Stuckman.
Chris Stuckman, yeah.
He's making his own horror film, and that's again like a great like rags to riches story. I want to emulate Chris Stuckman. He became like one of the greatest like internet like reviewers of all time, and he's taken all of his movies money, his YouTube money, to make his own film, and it's called Shelby Oaks. And it's going to be a fucking great horror film.
Chris Stuckman, man.
Chris Stuckman, baby. But yeah, I cannot wait for Tusk 2. I would have 5 Tusk films, man. Like, let's just get crazy with horror. Like,
yeah,
Stuckman is an inspiration, dude. Christian, you know about it. Stuckman is an absolute freaking inspiration. And you know what? This is cheesy as fuck, but you guys are all inspirations too, man. Like, you really inspire us to get up and do this kind of fun stuff, man. So we appreciate you. And Kevin Smith is definitely. So the reason that he's in filmmaking and the reason that I love film is that first Clerks movie, man.
Oh, for sure.
It's just so good.
Just the story behind that and growing up working in movie rental stores.
Absolutely.
And managing movie theaters.
So it's good that you can truly make YouTube work for you and you have the ambition and drive and the heart to grind it out. That's it.
It is a grind.
It is a grind.
Definitely a grind.
You're going to get there, man. Like, your YouTube is fantastic. I'm going to, I like, that's why I don't mind shouting it out. And like any of you guys on here, like Random Street Theater, he does it for the passion and to protect the environment. He's also an animal lover. It's whatever drives you. If you don't have that drive and passion, then what are you doing with your life? But it doesn't matter what you have that drive in. You don't fucking love knitting. You knit your goddamn heart out. You knit like sweaters and you do 1,000 sweaters.
What's on your t-shirt? Oh, these.
Oh, this is from Kevin Smith.
Yeah, these are. Randall wears this. Randall wears this in Clerks 3. He'll model it for you.
We got to see Kevin Smith on the convenience tour. So this is from Clerks 3.
But I'm not a YouTuber, I'm a nerd.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for mentioning our little son. Oh, you're welcome.
Hell yeah. We love that. We love the support.
I also feed an orphan. Hell yeah, there you go. But yeah, Random Street Theater. Hell yeah, man.
Check them out. Like, you guys, like, check out all the channels.
Check out Random Street Theater's YouTube too.
Check out Random Street Theater. He's a cool dude. You know what's cool? He does shorts that shout out celebrities' birthdays.
He does do that. And he talks a lot about older horror movies that people don't know about.
Absolutely.
Because if you get into the horror genre, there are so many horror movies that no one talks about, no one knows about, that are so good.
And horror really brings people together. Like, it really, really does.
Oh, thanks, man. I'll be subbing Random Street. There you go.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Absolutely. And then likewise, you guys subscribe to Christian's channel. The only other one that I don't know if it's going to come out in 2023 or not, because we've not heard much about it, but it's The Last Voyage of the Demeter, which is the what's his name? It's the Dracula. So it's like the Nosferatu remake that let me see, what's his name?
I don't know if I know that one.
I don't know. But that's going to be good too. There's just so much horror, just so many fucking horror.
There's so much horror coming on. It's all good horror. Actually, was there a bad horror movie last year?
Ooh, I don't know. I liked pretty much
I don't
all
think
of
there
it.
was. Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Like even Barbarian came out of nowhere.
Barbarian was
surprised the hell out of
fucking
me.
great.
That
Talk about turning some fucking heads.
oh,
man.
that movie is so out there.
Imagine you get the script and you're the practical effects guy on Barbarian. You know what? I also really loved
Renfield looks good. Yeah.
Oh my god, I fucking
Renfield.
Vampire's Kiss was still one of my guilty pleasure films because of course Nicolas Cage is, and I cannot wait to see him as Dracula.
I can't
in Renfield.
Jeepers Creepers Reborn. I've stopped liking the Jeepers Creepers movies after the second one. I can't do it. I played Van Helsing on set.
That's cool,
awesome.
Dude. That's cool. What a great. You know what? That movie though was not great.
Hugh Jackman.
With Hugh Jackman. Oh, Hugh Jackman. Sorry, bud.
Who was it? Was Kate Beckinsale? Hugh Jackman?
Kate Beckinsale. Hugh Jackman.
Was probably the best casting ever.
For sure.
Hell
for sure,
yeah.
hands down. And what a flip on its head genre dividing. You're like, oh, it's got to be him. It's got to be him.
Yeah.
You know what? That woman shouldn't trust that man.
Yep.
It's gonna be him. And then spoiler alert.
And Justin Long was so good in it.
Justin
too.
Long is great in pretty much anything he's in. And
That's-
also get Shudder. If you're a horror fan, again, we're not a sponsor of Shudder. Get Shudder because they have these little great VHS.
Smile was good too.
Smile was
my
great.
God. That's what I'm saying. This past year there was no bad horror movies.
And that's the thing too with Smile, I would have never known or been turned on to talk about Tremors. Freaking Kevin Bacon's daughter is in Smile. She's the main actress. So it's so freaking cool and refreshing, man. Smile was
Try Screenbox too. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I've been meaning. Thank you for mentioning that. I was thinking about the other day what the other
Prey. Yeah. Oh yeah. Prey. Oh
Prey
yes.
was so good.
Yes.
I'd love to talk to the cast of Prey. That would be amazing. So it has a creep show documentary.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Oh man, the new creep show.
Yeah,
on
Prey.
Shudder's good too.
Prey blew me away because I had been waiting so long for just a solid Predator movie.
You know what? And
even though I really do like Shane Black's Predator movie, I'm sorry.
Everybody's like, hey, the best thing for Prey 2 would be put it in feudal Japan, and I could not agree more.
Yes.
Set it in feudal Japan because having it in the Native American America, oh my god. Prey was so good.
So good.
Is Stephen King a legend? Ooh, I love these questions.
Hands down.
Absolutely a legend.
Hell yes.
Because of Creepshow. Was it Creepshow or Creepshow 2? He was in Creepshow, wasn't he? He played the farmer character, and he grew moss all over him. But he's a great author, obviously. Feudal Japan, right?
Yes.
Fucking Predators versus Samurais. Gotta happen.
I'll watch it soon. It's so good. You're gonna love it.
It's so
You're gonna love it.
Good. So good. Set that shit versus Samurais, please. Or no, just feudal Japan. That's where it has to be.
Best Stephen King book or novel?
Ooh, or movie. Book or movie.
I think my favorite novel will always be It.
Okay. So
not movie wise, because obviously, the new It's pretty close.
The new It is pretty good.
Novel wise,
Predator versus Ninja. Yes.
Oh, I don't even or not novel. Novel wise is It. Movie wise, I don't even know.
For me, it's Carrie.
Yeah. Which one?
The novel, but for me,
the
favorite is The Shining. Even though that Stephen King hates The Shining, Kubrick's version of The Shining is the best Stephen King will ever be. I'm sorry, it's true.
Yeah, the novel for the
The Gunslinger is also very good.
Yeah, it is.
Outsider was really good. Absolutely, man, that was really good. And Gerald's Game was also very good.
Oh, what's that one?
Gerald's Game is real great.
The one where
Silver Bullet's pretty good too.
What's
it's
the
underrated
one?
Werewolf.
What's the one where when he eats somebody and becomes skinny? Is that the Thin?
Thinner is also really good too. They ruined the Dark Tower. Yeah, buddy. Oof.
They did.
Ooh. You know what? Before that movie came out, Ron Howard was going to do the most brilliant thing in the whole fucking world. And it's never happened, but maybe in an alternate universe, So if I go to sleep tonight and I go to alternate universe, is where I'm going. Ron Howard originally pitched where they would do the first book as a movie, the second book as a streaming TV show. The third book is a movie, the fourth book is a TV show. And that's how he was going to do the whole freaking Dark Tower series, and it never happened.
That could have worked.
Even though Idris Elba is just a great actor, he was so miscast in that, man.
He was.
That was so bad.
Is he?
Mike Flanagan can do no wrong. Mike Flanagan is my favorite creator. Damn, like if you're talking about like just the most brilliant thing ever, it's The Haunting of Hill House, but it's Midnight Mass. Midnight Mass is so fucking good. If you just want to turn someone on to like the most fucked up shit in the world, the most psychological, Midnight Mass, brilliant. Why did I get awards? It deserved whatever awards TV get, Emmys, whatever the fuck it is.
It did.
Mike Flanagan. Oh, I cannot wait for that. Mike Flanagan is the perfect person to do that.
If you do, if you do the Dark Tower right, it'll be good.
Yes, it has to be like strike one, sure. You know. So how about this? Are they ever going to make a new Crow film? What talk about like sci-fi kind of horror? Like
I thought Jason Momoa was attached to it.
Man, everybody and their brother's been attached to it, and no one's ever been successful in making another fucking.
Well, except Crow. Our buddy.
That's true.
Our buddy made the
Justin Maine.
Justin Maine made a YouTube movie.
Midnight Mass is
for the Crow. It was really good.
Midnight Mass is just chef's kiss, man. It's just. He gets it. Mike Flanagan, he gets it.
Best Stephen King book is Shawshank. Yeah,
there you go. Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Green Mile's pretty good too. It wasn't a book. It was like a short story. But
Silver Bullet is a jam, 100%.
Silver Bullet is 100% underrated.
Lead in the new Crow.
Bill Sars played the lead in the new Crow movie. It's already been filmed. Okay.
See, I knew there was a new Crow movie coming out.
I need it. Finally. What a great casting that is too.
That is good casting.
You know what? If you guys have never seen Hemlock Grove, I definitely recommend him. Watch it for him, but also Famke Janssen because she's just so fucking hot.
The Green Mile was 4 books. I didn't know that. That's okay. Tough to top Brandon Lee.
You know.
That's very true. He
only had one shot at it.
That first Crow movie.
Sorry. Come on, sometimes humor's dark.
That first Crow movie is just a masterpiece by far.
I love to talk to Alex Proyas, the director. I reached out to him to see if he wants to be in the show. Maybe fingers crossed we'll get to talk to him about the Crow.
That'd be amazing.
But yeah, the Green Mile's 4 books. That movie makes me cry every time I watch it. It's a tearjerker. Can't do it. Rest in peace, Michael Clark Duncan.
For sure.
God damn. There is no Mouseville. Oh.
There's
Sam Rockwell, even though I worked with him in a movie, I hate that man to this day. I know he's not Buffalo Bill, but same thing with like Anthony Hopkins. If I ever met Anthony Hopkins, I'd be like, you will probably eat somebody, won't you?
Gotta had to work, man. This was so fun.
Dude, absolutely. Well, before you go, let's do because everyone's chatting, let's do the giveaway real quick. All right. So we're going to pick a random person and we're going to see who wins. And it's a digital code. Yeah. What happened with Sam Rockwell? Well, Sam Rockwell was just horrible. He does a lot of shit now, but his character was just so horrible. All right. Let me pick some random comments. Hang tight. And then if you win, anyone that wins, if you're not followed already on Instagram, it is this. Let me put it on here. That's all you have to do. Whoever wins the contest is going to get a digital code to the freaking Clerks 3. All you have to message me on here.
Escape?
Escape. Oh. Yeah, that's it. No Escape the Horror. And type. God damn, that's not what I get paid for. I can't even spell. But yeah, just message me on here. Let's go. Let's run it. All right. No Escape the Horror. That's all you have to do is message me on there. Let's see. Random. I need a nice wheel graphic. Once we get OBX, I'm going to actually fucking spin a wheel.
That'd be awesome.
And it's going to go. And it's this generator really goes by like 2 things. Most comments and quick comments. Let's see. Dude. All right. Maybe don't leave real quick yet because Christian, Bob the dog, you won the code for Clerks 3, dude. All you do, we'll send it in email, right? That shit's emailed.
No, it's just a code.
A code. All right. Well, we'll put it on your Instagram because we're friends on Instagram. Dude, congratulations. You won the digital code to Clerks 3. You can watch that shit anytime you want to. Well, I'll send you the code a little bit later on Instagram. fucking yes, dude. Congratulations. And hopefully you don't have to work too hard. It's late at fucking night. I don't know what time zone you are on, but damn.
No problem.
It's late at night to work.
Yeah, it's really late to work. Hopefully, yeah, be safe out there.
All right, thank
man.
you.
Thanks
So
for
guys,
joining
we're
us.
wrapping up anyway. We're at
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
2 hour
say, yeah,
mark.
let's we're gonna be wrapping up this stream anyway. Y'all, thanks for joining us. We had so much fun. We love talking about Kevin Smith. We love talking about movies. Y'all, if you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe to our channel. And yeah, we do this every Sunday. No, we're switching it. We're switching it.
Saturdays.
We're doing Saturday Night Lives from going on
Saturday Night Live,
forward.
babe.
Saturday Night Live.
Hell yeah.
Yes, we're switching our lives to Saturday starting this coming week. And
stick around for Hollywood Interviews season 3. We got some really cool people that we've got. Season 4. I keep saying it. Hollywood Interviews season 4. We got some cool people that's going to be on the channel.
I'll be here Saturday. Awesome.
Hell
Can't wait to see you and talk to you.
We'll see you next Saturday. And you guys, check you later.
Y'all keep being nerdy.
Keep being nerdy. Keep being the heartbeat of this Geek Nation. I got my finger on that Geek Pulse. We'll see you guys later.
All right, later, y'all.
Hell freaking yes. Love you guys.